And welcome to this absolutely electrifying night. We have the much awaited fight between the Tigers and the Rabbitohs. Joining here with me tonight in the box, we have Vice Captain of the Broncos, Luke Shaw. How are you doing tonight, Luke?
Doing very well. We do have an interesting matchup. The Tigers missing their key player in Eli Barnes this week.
Yeah, both teams sitting at the top of the ladder, both teams on the same points differential. It's going to be interesting to see if that one difference in the team list is going to be the difference between who wins and who loses tonight.
Yeah, that is it. We've got a Joey Kelly rebuild sitting top of the ladder.
Yeah, and as much as we all love a rebuild, we also all love a brand new expansion club, and we can't overstate how well both of these teams have gone so far. So kicking off tonight's the Tigers, and the Rabbitohs will have first taste of the ball. So plays bringing it up, and Downey, a wonderful return, playing it there on his 20. Now, as we get the balls rolling here short, what do either team need to do to get over the other tonight?
Well, as you said, both these teams are sitting at the top of the ladder, same points differential. So defense is going to be precise, have to be precise, no missed tackles. First team that cracks probably the team that's going to lose.
Yeah, very much so, especially with how well these teams have been attacking. We both have felt the attack of the Tigers so far this season. We haven't come up against the Rabbitohs yet, but their form has been electrifying. And the Tigers, an excellent defensive set, and not the start that the Rabbitohs wanted there.
No, you need to get to your kick on that one, and they've just fumbled that possession to the Tigers.
So the Tigers looks like they're going to be the first chance of an attacking set here, with Marks breaking through the line almost, getting up to his 20. Slowing down the play of the ball, getting the line set. Thompson pushing forward for a settler and pushed it straight back to where Cyrus played it just then. For the third, pass out to Crutcher. Crutcher playing second row tonight, number 12. He's been versatile for a couple of games now. And Murray pushing, and brought down. And it's going to be relying here on a kick for the Tigers. And easy as that, McKinnon is over. Tigers drain first blood of the night.
Yeah, and that's a prime example of defense and not wanting to give up that ball in a crucial position like that. Tigers have struck first. The Rabbitohs are going to have to make up for that.
Yeah. And of course, we keep talking about some of the back line that the Tigers have. We can't go past their halves pairing. That was an absolutely perfect ball from Matheus there. And of course, McKinnon played most of his time in the back line for the last couple of seasons. He seems to have slotted very well here into the second row, don't you think, Short?
Yeah, the advantage of that centre second rower, like they play very similar positions, so it's very versatile to be able to play them in those positions.
So, 4 minutes in, 6-0. It's a very early so far in the game, but worrying signs here from the Rabbitohs if they can't settle some of those nerves and keep their hands on.
Yeah, this set after points is going to be crucial for the Tigers here.
As Barner returns it, almost making it up to his 20. McKinnon coming through, trying to make some headway after that lovely try scored just then. Passing it wide out to Matheus. Marks breaking the line once again. It's going to be an excellent night tonight for Marks. He's always coveted that fullback role, and it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be challenging Barnes for that role at all for this season. Murray, excellent run, breaks through the line, and the Tigers, fantastic result after a set, and in place for an excellent kick here. Matheus, another lovely kick, but Kelly grabs it, and Kelly's off. He's breaking down the line, and he's almost getting there. If it wasn't for that cover tackle there from the Tigers, Kelly could have just made sure that the Rabbitohs were neck and neck just then, Short.
Oh, and we're just saying Riley Murray just smash his opposition number there.
As Bennett, playing lock, makes his way up to the 30. Leonidas, also excellent so far as a prop this season, playing it there. Bennett again, second run of the ball, challenging Marks. Marks has just got enough to hold him, but fifth tackle, 2 meters out from the line. Rabbitohs pouncing. Callaghan up high. But Brown takes it and takes it easily. That's well done there from the Tigers.
Yeah, we know Brown's always been safe under the high ball, and he's just proven it there. As James breaks the line, Plays does bring him down, though.
James as a lock has been an absolute eye-opener this season so far. He's played hooker for as long as I've been in the comp over at the Raiders, but this move to the Tigers has been an almost refreshing there for James, don't you think, Short?
He's definitely become an eye-opener with just as dangerous as he was at hooker as he's been at lock so far this season.
As the Tigers only just make it over their halfway mark and they're forced to punt it off down the field. Keller beating it down there, and Dixon returning. Now Dixon had a great game last week against his opposition. Can't quite make it as far as he did then though, as Riff trying to push his way up to the 30, playing it short there for his second. Now we got Leondis, another barnstorming run, but met hastily and monstered by some Tigers defense there. O'Hare back on the outside to Kelly, and Kelly breaks the line. Oh, and he almost makes it past. If it wasn't there for that ankle tap from Cyrus, we might have seen another Joey Kelly try there. Dixon down the sideline. And they make it all the way up to the 10. Enterprising play here, and the Rabbitohs in place for another excellent kick. No, not an excellent kick. Not what you want to see there at all.
Yeah, the Tigers' line speed just got on top of him before he got a chance. But then we see our key break one. He's pushed off two. He's pushed off four now. He gets brought down by 3 players.
Now Arki's moved out to the wing this game, Luke. Is that a good move, or should he still be in the centres?
Well, that run just then proved that he's going to be dangerous on the wing, but time will tell over the game. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and the Tigers in an unfortunate situation here, having to play around with their team with the injury to Barnes last game. McKinnon, dangerous run, only just getting there, and the Rabbitohs getting around him. 10 metres out, 4th tackle. Mataus again taking the settler, which means he's not going to be in place for the kick, and it's going to be on Thompson to shepherd forward another attack. James instead. James puts it high, and Marks grabs it, but he can't get the ball down, and the Rabbitohs survive that set. That's excellent blind defence there from the Rabbits. Ford works his way up to the 15. It seems at the moment, as much as the Rabbitohs are trying to work their way up the field, the Tigers have just got the edge as Leondis breaks through the line, plays it there short of the 40. What do you think the Rabbitohs have to do, Luke, to be able to get past some of this defensive line?
Well, so far they've done quite well considering they gave up points early. They're getting their sets done. They're pushing the pass a bit. Just as Kelly goes for another line break, is brought down shy of the 20. So this will give them a good attacking set.
Callahan out to Holmes. Holmes steps around one, Dukes, and he's in. And that is points for the Rabbitohs, and a great hit back from a team that seemed like they were under the pressure and under the thumb there of a defensive Tigers masterclass.
Yeah, that is a team that you've just gone, okay, we've given up points, but we know out of this. We need to build back into this game, and they've done that.
And it's also, unfortunately, one of the side effects of having your star fullback out for the game. You have to put another player in who probably hasn't spent as much time there and hasn't really been conditioned for the defensive role that fullback has to take sometimes that close to the line. As we've got a restart here from Thompson and the Tigers. 15 minutes in, 6-all. For anyone who thought this was going to be a barnstormer, they will not be disappointed so far. And Thompson booting it down as far and as hard as he possibly can. Almost down there. Plays, returns it. Oh, that was really close. Oh, that is heartbreaking if you're a Rabbitohs fan.
Yeah, they've just gotten those points on the board and they've already coughed the ball straight back up to James. And James looks like he's going to drive himself over for a try here.
Sending it up to the bunker. Nah, there was no doubt of that. James was just too close and too strong to the line. The two Rabbitohs defenders there, not a chance of stopping him. This is just a formality. And the Tigers hit back within seconds of letting the Rabbitohs over.
And that's just James in the big 13. They're just showing his strength there.
And now, like I said, this is going to be a bit of a barnstormer, and if we're going to be hitting tit for tat with the tries tonight, as a neutral, it's going to be an excellent thing to see as Thompson slots it over as a formality. Tigers 12, Rabbitohs 6, and we're not even at the first prop rotation. Callahan doing what he does best, getting ready to kick the ball back down the field. And I think I heard a little bit of a chat there from Kelly Luke. Do you think he's happy with what happened just then?
Oh, he'd be fuming. To cough up possession of pretty much straight away and then be scored on. He'll be definitely digging in to try and get this back.
And Leondis just then smashing, trying to make up for what happened earlier off down the field. Keller out to Thompson, going right out to Crutcher. Crutcher working his way up to the 40, playing it just shy there for his third. Tigers, expansive play of the ball here, going back out wide to Barner, but Barner is met hastily and has to play it just shy of the 40. We might see a 40-20 attempt here. And Thompson does not do it very well at all, and Downey picks up the loose ball, and the Rabbitohs find themselves in excellent field position here, Luke.
Yeah, a bit of a charge down there as Bennett fended off one. He's gone. He's over.
Now, that was phenomenal. An ankle tap, almost, and he just slides over the line. That is spectacular champagne rugby right there.
Yeah, what a try. And that is Bennett making up for his mistake earlier and proving that just because James can do it, I can do it too.
And how fitting is it that we've got both locks scoring tonight, and it's going to be an absolutely mouth-watering competition between both Season 1 players from Tim James and Jesse Bennett there.
Yeah, veterans of the SRL going head-to-head in that 13, and they're both proven to be deadly.
And it's going to be really interesting to see which comes out on top. Is the prop lock better, or is the hooker lock better?
That's going to be the question, isn't it?
And then I can hear some people in the chat already saying both suck, and it's the half lock that's that's dominant. As we've got Thompson lining up again. We haven't even hit the first prop rotations. It's 12 all, and we need to sit back and enjoy with our popcorn as we see a massive kick down the field, and Downey returning it for his first. 14 metres out from his line. O'Hare out to Ford, down the blind side, pushing and pushing and pushing. Excellent post-contact metres there from Ford. Callahan. Oh!
Another error of position.
Leondis running a line there, and unfortunately his bold head got in the way of the ball, and the Tigers, Barner, 20 metres out, 4 tackles left to go, and it looks like the Tigers are not being generous or kind to the Rabbitohs here at all. Lovely ball from James to McKinnon. Put over onto his back with some good defence there from the Rabbitohs.
We've had the interchanges for the Tigers. Both new props on are going to be eager to get this ball and this close to the line for a crash play.
As Thompson tries just that, and unfortunately, we'll see very shortly. No, Not unfortunately at all for the Tigers. It looks like Thompson might have been able to get himself over. And there we go. Lights shine, Thompson's over, and it's about to be, if he doesn't miss this kick at all, 18-12.
And another error inside their half has cost them points. If they don't clean that up, they're just going to be chasing all night.
Am I right to say that almost every single point tonight so far, Luke, has been off errors from either side?
Maybe not. I believe the first two maybe right, but I'm not sure. I can't remember now. But yeah, so far errors have been costing points.
And what we have now is the Rabbitohs again kicking off down the field to the Tigers and hoping that the Tigers are going to spit it up like they have a little bit too commonly, as we see some shadows depending across the field. Callahan off. Marks grabbing it, passing it, and Lillard off the bench, pushing his way up. We've also got Nepo Baby, the Tigers dev player, on the field for the first time tonight. So it's not probably the first time we've seen him, but not the last time we see him in the SRL, I think, as Nepo Baby, there he is, playing it there for his third on the 40. Rabbitohs down the blind side. Arki can't get too much further, and the Rabbitohs muscling up in defence here. Good ball out to McKinnon, but again, good defence there from the Rabbitohs, and the Tigers are going to be forced to punt it off down the field. Do you reckon that's a much better set there from the Tigers or the Rabbitohs, Luke? Ooh. A bit weird there, bit of a brain fart there.
Yeah, he might have pulled up a bit there, Matadus, and couldn't get that kick away. So not the worst position they can defend this, but they're going to have to really put those tackles in. Like Sora just goes through straight there.
And Sora and Stoter off the bench. They're going to be pushing hard here with Rabbitohs attack as Collins breaks the line, breaks one, but just can't get to the try line. Playing it there for his third. Down the blind side, forward, crash play. Ooh, is he over?
Yeah, I think he may have been turned on his back there, but we'll have to have a look at the video ref.
Yeah, you're right. Onto his back. Video ref getting a big workout tonight. No try. Bring it out. Playing it for their fourth. Riff holds the ball, settles it up. Let's kick it, see what can happen. Oh, Lillard. That was risky, but Lillard saves the eggs, and the Tigers are working their way out of their 10.
That's your second.
Yeah, that was a very scary loose ball there. I wasn't sure exactly where it looked like it hit the post, and they've coughed it up with that hit.
And that's the power of that immense attacking pressure there. And O'Hare, he just had to dive and he was over. But they're playing it two out from the line.
He looked like he was just going to keep running to the crowd there.
Plays, tries it out from the half. Doesn't quite net it. Bennett, another crash play. This is fantastic defense here from the Tigers. Ford, pushing. I think we are over. Ford's in.
Yeah, you can't let Ford get the ball again like that. This close to the line.
And it looks like another excellent play there from another number 11. It's almost like both teams are trading neck and neck jersey tries. So 16-18, possibly about to be 18-18. We're only 26 minutes in.
Yeah, and we see another error costing points. So when we said this was going to be a very defensive game, it's very error riddled at the moment.
Now, I won't try to jinx him. I'll wait till he's only just getting that across. Looking at the tips for tonight, for those of you playing at home, hoping for a nice little payday. When it comes up against the Tigers and the Rabbitohs, the Tigers are well well favoured to win tonight. Not a lot of people jumping on the Rabbitohs, but at the moment they're holding neck and neck. Does that surprise you at all, Luke?
No, top of the table clash basically here. Surprised that it isn't a bit more favoured to both teams. The Tigers have built a strong team, but they do miss Eli Barnes in this game, so that would have evened it up, I would have thought, but clearly not.
No, I'm thinking a couple of people may have thought that without Barnes, the Tigers wouldn't be the Tigers, and this is clearly not the case, as Ford works his way up to the 40. O'Hare out to Callaghan. Holmes down the sideline, but he's met with a nice tackle. Fourth, playing it just shy of the half. Collins back to Bennett. Long ball out to O'Hare, who can't quite push through. And the Rabbitohs are forced to punt it down and try to rely on their defence to keep the Tigers out. Ooh, again, another error. That has not been the Rabbitohs' night so far.
Yeah, both teams have got quite a lot of errors in them. Hopefully they can clean that up for the second half.
As Nepo Baby catches a loose ball off a noggin there, and he plays it for his first in the Rabbitohs half. McKinnon, 35 metres out. Going down the train tracks to Lillard. Pushing Lillard off the bench is an excellent move here from the Tigers. That strength coming off the bench. You can't really put a price tag on that, can you, Luke?
No, and he was excellent for us at the Broncos last season for that exact reason. We had a strong forward rotation due to it.
As Marks tries to get around, can't quite get to the line. Tigers kicking for some points. Up high, Matthews. And James, ooh, that's interesting. Did he ground that in play, or did he ground that? I've got to look at this replay for this one. Oh yeah, just on the white line there.
And there you have a lockout jumping everyone else.
Well, it looked like there was just no Rabbitohs around to stop him from the beginning. He just had to get there and wait, and the ball was his. So some flustering there from the Rabbitohs as we're about to be 24-18, 30 minutes into the game.
I think James has taken it on himself this game to make up for not having Eli in this lineup. He's stepped up to do the job.
And he's already scored himself a double tonight, and chances are he might be going for a third any moment now. We just got to hope that he doesn't suffer what Eli did last game and injure himself in the process, as Callaghan kicks it off down the field again. Thompson returning. Nepo Baby all the way up to the 20. Excellent running from the young man so far. James pushing up. Can't get much past the 25. Second tackle. Keller out to McKinnon. Again, good runs, good post-contact meters. Slowly working their way up the field, and the Rabbitohs trying desperately to keep them in their half as Marks breaks through the line. He's only got to beat plays. He's running. He gooses in. Oh, he almost got there, but that cover defense was fantastic, playing it there for their fourth. Thompson, wide out to Mateus, pushing forward to the 10, and we are in the exact same position. We'll see what the Tigers can do here to put the pressure back on. James high. Marks high. And the Rabbitohs keep Marks out. That's the second time they've been able to do that tonight.
Yeah, I think Marks will be getting frustrated there. That's twice he's jumped up for a ball and hasn't been able to get it down.
As Ford plays it there for his first. Callaghan tries to break through the line. Can only really get 28, 29 metres. 33 minutes past. O'Hare out back on the inside to Plays. Plays has had a quiet night tonight. He's been doing more defence than he's been doing attacking, and it's showing so far as O'Hare out to Bennett, out to Callaghan. Long ball back to Collins, and he's forced to play it there on the 40. 40-20 incoming. Boots it far down. Is it going to hold up? Oh, excellent there. And the Rabbitohs defence keeping marks well in his half. Much better play there from the Rabbitohs, don't you think, Short?
Yeah, that was a beautiful kick. Just a little bit, probably too heavy. It was almost out, but Marks has been able to pull that up, make that turnaround and get back into the field of play.
Back with me.
And we've got about, just less than 4 minutes. As Lillard breaks the line. The Tigers are not letting their foot off the pedal just yet. 4 minutes left in the half. They want to put another one on the board before they go into halftime.
Hit the last.
We've got McKinnon playing it. Rabbitohs putting it deep. Good take from Collins, but he is not going anywhere, and that kick chase was phenomenal. We've got Stoder breaking the line. Passing the ball. Sora passing the ball. Kelly. The Rabbitohs, they're throwing it around. They know they need to get back on the board before they go into half to at least make sure they're well in the game for the second, as Bruce pushes us up to the 40. Plays out to Riff. Riff breaking the line again. Offloading again to Sora. Pushing his back. Fourth tackle. Where do they go now? Going out wide again. Bennett, good pass out to Ford. They should be in range for a kick, and this might be the last chance they have to score this half, as some of the props look like they're about to come back onto the field. Haas, safe hands, gets around one and works his way off. As we head towards the halftime break, Luke, what do you think the Rabbitohs need to do to come back into it next half?
They're still competing very well with the Tigers. Two possibly disallowed. Well, there we go. They've thrown an intercept, so the Rabbitohs will get another chance to even this scoreline up before half time.
As Kelly, long ball out to Bruce, dances down the sideline, but isn't able to get past. Some excellent defence there from the Tigers. Riff, sticks his nose through the line, but it's just held on. We got about 30 seconds left, and the Rabbitohs are running out of time this half as Downey back on the field, 25 metres out. Probably about 2 tackles left. Bennett pushing through, bumps one off. 5th tackle. It's now or never for the Rabbitohs. Bennett plays it. Tap back, but plays, just can't get around, and the halftime bell siren goes.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And welcome back to this electrifying match here at ANZ Stadium. We've got South versus Tigers, and Tigers find themselves 6 points in the lead. Looking at those halftime stats, Luke, anything you want to highlight for our viewers?
Kelly's definitely done the work for the Rabbits. He's around 145 metres already. Tigers have had some big numbers with Cyrus Marks and I can't think of the other guy, sorry.
Unfortunately for the Rabbitohs, Justin Players has been kept out of the attack by the Tigers. He's made 12 tackles, but only 26 run meters. So if that's what Riley Murray was hoping for coming into this game, they've definitely executed that plan. We also kind of need to mention Ben O'Donnell. Excellent figures so far for the half. 40 minutes, 0 runs, 0 tackles, 0 errors. So that's his first run of the night. But the Rabbitohs not kicking it down to O'Donnell. They are absolutely terrified of the man. As James boots it across the field. Dixon grabs it, stops, pirouettes, and tries his best to get off down the field. Plays it there on his 30. Now, I asked you this question before the halftime bell, Luke. What do the Rabbitohs need to do?
They need to stay in this. Like I was saying before that, we've seen two possible tries go begging for the Tigers with Marks jumping for the ball, but just can't get it down. All they need to, well, this is going to help them. That's the first penalty of the game given away. So this will give the Rabbits a chance to really put some pressure on and get those points back on the board.
Yeah, first real penalty. Lots and lots of errors during the first half, but like you said, the first real penalty. So if the Rabbitohs can cross over here, we're going to see an absolutely stunning half of football. As Bennett takes it up and works it across the 30, playing it there for his first. Ooh, it takes a while to get back up. Driscoll tries his hand, coming in off the bench, playing it there, just shy of the 20. FWS out to Downey. The Rabbitohs, they're not trying anything expansive here. They're just trying after crash play, playing it there for the third. Callahan out to plays, trying to get through, pushing forward, playing it there for his fourth. Fourth tackle, out to Bennett, pushing. That's it. They're over.
And Bennett again proving that if James can score a double, I'll score a double too.
We need to rename this the Battle of the Locks, because if it isn't James, then it's Bennett, and it's very, very hard to tell the two apart at the moment. As we've got about to be 24-24, 45 minutes into the game, and we are all finding it very hard to separate the two sides. Now, just as much as the Rabbitohs, what do the Tigers need to do to keep the Rabbitohs out of the game?
Just not giving up away those errors or the penalty. So far we've seen all night that any tries come off sort of the back of an error or something. So if the Tigers can clean that up, keep pushing forward, they can go to win this game.
So far, 48 points scored in the game. Both teams beating the clock by about 3 minutes or so. We're probably not going to get a record tonight, but we're definitely going to be expanding our for and againsts, at least for an attack and a defence here, as Thompson boots it down. Kelly passes it off to Driscoll, and Driscoll bumps off one and returns strongly back to the 20. Great start there from the Rabbitohs. Skied out to Ford. Good first half, pushing forward to the 30, playing it there for his second. Again, out to Downey. Forwards, doing a lot of work, pushing up to the 40. Skied out to Callahan, out to plays. Plays can't dance through the line and is pushed back to his 40. Do they kick or do they run again? Oh, they're trying to kick, but Driscoll gets in the way and suffers for it as a result. And now they're forced to kick it well within their half. And it does not come off well. And O'Donnell's off. That was just an error of all sorts there from the Rabbitohs, and they are forced to pay for it dearly.
And we were just talking about how at halftime he had done nothing this game, and there we go.
And that is why the Rabbitohs were not kicking it to O'Donnell. And he's off and he's over, and the Tigers once again find themselves in the lead. 28-24, about to be 30-24.
Did you expect the scoreline coming into this game?
Honestly, I thought Barnes not being there would have a much bigger factor to play. But from the looks of things, the Tigers have reinvigorated themselves, and they are attacking from all over the field. We've had some wingers, we've had some forwards, we've had 2 tries there from James by himself. Marks is up there. He's doing his best as he can defensively and in attack. It shows that the Tigers are not a one-man or a two-man show. As the Rabbitohs forced to defend once again, and Keane pushes his way up to the 20. 48 minutes into the game so far. Lillard bumps off one and works his way off down the field. Players is forced to cover tackle, but James ends up with it after a nice little offload, playing it on the other side of the 40. Cheeky dink there from Barner, but Barner is forced to play it shy of the 50. Tigers having some trouble getting out of their half. The Rabbitohs defence muscling up. Again, playing it just shy of the 50. Fourth tackle. Rossini out to Lillard. Lillard breaks through the line. Good attack there for the Tigers, but they're probably not in the place for an attacking kick, and they're probably going to have to rely on either a bomb or a cheeky little punt. And there we go. Collins can't get much further, and he's forced back. What do you think of that set there, Luke?
Yeah, that set was a bit all over the place. The Tigers really couldn't go anywhere, but there's 2 touches from Lillard in that set, and both times he touched the ball, they made meters.
And now they're muscling up in defence, and the Rabbitohs find themselves desperately trying to get out of their half. They're only making it to the 40 now here from Bennett, fourth tackle, and they might be shaping up for another cheeky kick. Kelly, brilliant kick, but I think we'll find he was on the wrong side of the 40 there. Doesn't matter too much, but Cyrus returns it and plays it there from his 20. McKee tries to break through the line, dinks around one, but is forced to play it there, 35 out. Looks like we're getting into that arm wrestle now, Luke.
Yeah, this game has been mainly that, back and forth sets until someone cracks, usually by an error. As we see, Brown makes a run for it now, and he can't get past plays.
And it's this time that you start having to worry about stamina and fitness coming into it when you've got those wonderful runs there from the back line, trying to come up the middle or through the sides. You start worrying about those tired, pudgy little forwards there. As Matheus tries to kick it, but waits half a step too much, and it makes an error. Rabbitohs capitalising. Collins playing it there, 20 metres out for his first. Kelly found it so easy to break the line in the first half, but the Tigers wise to him now, and then holding him, but Stoder off the bench is 14, almost up to the 50. I reckon if the Rabbitohs keep going like this, Driscoll pushing off one, making it to the 40. It feels like the Rabbitohs are slowly winning the battle of field possession. As Callahan into Downey. Downey plays it for his 5th, just shy of the 30. Wait for a big kick and a strong kick return. As O'Donnell can't make it through, and a good set there from the Rabbitohs. Thompson working it way, 32 metres out, second tackle. O'Donnell tries to get around one, breaking up the line, making up for the lack of runs in the first half. Pass out to Thompson, out to Keane, and Keane is smashed. Put there down on the 50. Fourth tackle. Thompson out to Haas again down the sideline. Plays forced to come across. Plays is going to be out of it. The Tigers, they're not going to be able to put an attacking kick, but Plays is stuck in the defensive line here as James puts it across. And Dixon has the ball, and he's off and he's down the field, but he's brought up and he's on his 40. How do you think the Rabbitohs are shaping up at the moment here, Luke?
I feel like they're winning that arm wrestle at the moment. That was a good kick return from Dixon, making up about 40 metres. As we see it go to forward, but he will get pushed back. So they've sort of lost that sort of defence. The Tigers have got that defence going here. The line breaks aren't coming as easy now.
And it looks like the Rabbitohs are starting to realise that if they don't start really putting on some good ball work here, the Tigers are just going to outmuscle them, which they have been so far. 22, 23 metres out. 5th tackle. Rabbitohs forced to put in a bit of a nothing there. Callahan holding the ball and playing it just shy of the 20. Not what you want to see, is it, Luke?
No, at this point, they really need to get to that kick. Anything like a repeat set or something, the clock isn't really in their favour at this point. We're about to see those 60-minute interchanges, and those will be the last players, forward change, and that's going to be the ones that see out the game.
So we've got Barner working his way up to the half to play it there just on the other side of the tram tracks for his third. Rabbitohs, long ball out to McKinnon, and McKinnon's off down the field, and there's nothing between him and the line but plays. He dukes one, and if it wasn't for that defender there, we would have had a double for McKinnon as well. Thompson, not really ready for that ball, and we might have seen a little bit of a slacking in there for the Tigers, but a kick can save everything here. And James is forced to make up for that error, and the Tigers waste what was a very promising fifth tackle option.
Yeah, again, not getting to that kick, it's getting costly now.
And we said it before, this is where the fatigue, this is where the stamina starts giving out. And it might just be the case that the team that has done the most beach runs will be the team that comes out on top at the end. As Ford can't really get much further, and he's playing it there 35 metres out on his third. Ski back to Callahan. Downey pushing forward, just makes it up to the 45 metres. Holmes back to Callahan. He decides not to kick it. Probably a good idea, and the Rabbitohs, they might find themselves unable to keep the Tigers out if they're not putting in a really good kick chase right now. And Skeed decides that kicking is not an option. That's a bit of a brain fart there, Luke.
Yeah, another one that we saw earlier in the half that just sort of walked it up to them at last.
And Keane, 40 metres out, playing it there for his first. So I can almost hear Riley Murray out there licking his lips at the attacking position they're in. As James, probably about 3 minutes left on the field for him. Thompson throws the ball errantly, and he's just coughed up all that pressure he was putting on, and the Rabbitohs are let off the hook.
Yeah, this whole game we've never seen a lead bigger than 6 points, and the Tigers had a great opportunity to do that there, and that would have almost put this game to bed. But they've coughed up, and the Rabbits have now got a chance.
We're finally back in the Tigers' half. Fourth tackle in a second. Plays, tries to get through, can't get around. Playing it there on the other side of the 40. Going wide again. Leondis passing out to O'Hare. O'Hare making it 25 metres out. Probably not close enough for an attacking kick, at least not a kick that's going to... Well, no, again, no kick. The Rabbitohs, they seem to have put their kicking licenses away, Luke.
Yeah, they've really got to get to that kick. It's okay to run the ball on the last, but you got to work something. You can't just run it straight up.
And a risky ball there for Keane, but Keane grabs it and plays it there. Second tackle on his 30. Rossini out to Thompson. Thompson tries to get around one, but the Rabbitohs are muscling up and muscling up hard. As we got Rossini back out to Murray. Murray's back on the field, seeing what he can do as a captain leading from the front. Gets there to his 44. Long ball out to McKinnon, and McKinnon can't do much better. 52 or so metres. Rabbitohs going to hope for a good kick return, but with the way the Tigers' defence is working at the moment, not really much go forward at the moment at all.
Yeah, and as you saw that defence, Dixon just got shut down straight away. Leonidas has been brought down here too.
And 65 minutes, we've seen the the lock interchange there from the Rabbitohs. So we've got what we got on the field for the Rabbitohs is what they've got till the end of the game. And you can already see some of those sausage legs tiring out something fierce as Downey works his way over the 50. Fourth tackle, Callahan, long ball out to Holmes. He tries to get around, flirts with the touchline, but somehow stays in play. As Ford, of all people, boots it down the field and boots it far too hard, and the Tigers are gifted a 7-tackle set.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's probably why they've stopped kicking. They don't want to give up that 7 tackle set, but Surely a half would have had a better kick at that than a second rower.
And Thompson not expecting that pass at all and really wastes the tackle, but that is not gonna work very well for the Rabbitohs at all.
No, the Rabbits had the Tigers there on the back foot. They weren't too sure exactly where to go, and they just gifted them the way out of there.
And if everyone was just watching that kick for touch, we could all see Riley Murray in his headgear clapping and jumping for joy as Barner, of all people, works his way down the field and plays, running as hard as he could, but obviously exhausted from all the tackling he's having to do. Thompson pushing up, 4 meters out, second tackle. Dangerous here from the Tigers. Back across, Barner. Good defense, 2 meters out, third tackle. Rabbitohs back on the inside. Thompson met. Rabbitohs not letting them over. Fourth tackle, 5 meters out. Back again to Barner. Barner is over. No, McKinnon. McKinnon is in for a second.
What a teammate Barner is. He could have scored that himself, but he decided to give it to his second row to score his double.
And what we have here is probably the way things have been going, the match-winning try just there. So the Rabbitohs, if they don't score next, or if they take the foot off the pedal even just a little bit, we might see the Tigers start to run away with it here.
Yeah, I believe at the start I said the first team to give up points would be the team to lose, and I'm pretty sure that's coming to true so far.
Here we go, 36-24, Tigers in the lead. 10 minutes left. What do the Rabbitohs need to do, Luke?
They need to knuckle down that defense. They were giving up too much to the Tigers just then. That penalty really cost them. As we've seen all game, errors, penalties have been costing points all game. They need a perfect game from here on. There's still 11 minutes to go. That hit, that helps.
And that's a really risky pass there across the field, but McKinnon breaks through the line again. Can't get around plays, but plays again stuck in the line, and the Tigers a chance to do a bit more down the field. As Murray can't get around, playing it there for his third on the halfway mark. Back down the blind slide with McKinnon and Arkey. Arkey pushing forward, making it to the 40, fourth tackle. 9 minutes left to go. Looks like they're shaping up for the blind side again. McKinnon, weird ball, and it's a knock on, and that is what the Rabbitohs needed, Luke.
Yeah, they need this. They need the ball as much as they can. They need to make sure they capitalise on it too. They need to score here to be able to get back into this game.
Holmes. Oh no, that is, I don't want to say it, but that might have just given the game away completely. Tigers attacking position here, and second tackle on the 30.
Yeah, being two tries down is one thing, but if the Tigers can score here, that looked a bit forward. Was that?
Oh, well, I don't know if it is or isn't, but the referees decided to keep the whistle in their pocket, and you can almost hear just Joey Kelly out there screaming at them to call forward for a change. As Keller, 4 meters out, fifth tackle. Where did the Tigers go, and what do the Rabbitohs do to stop them? Rabbitohs passes it. Oh, Thompson, no. He's stuck, and the Rabbitohs somehow survive.
And that's what they need. Oh, and that's not what they need. I was about to say that was a good defensive set that kept them out, but they've just coughed it straight back up.
And McKinnon almost over there for his third. Playing it 3 meters out on the second. Off down the blind. Leondis is off. And if he wasn't a prop, he would have made it almost all the way there. But the Rabbitohs are playing it for their first on their 30. Is there enough time left in the game, Luke?
They need to score this set if they even want to have a chance.
And it looks like the Tigers are not giving it to them. Third tackle, shy of the 40. Board. Lovely ball out to Downey, and Downey screams himself off the field. Lovely poured. Oh, it's a forward pass.
And you're going to see Joey probably fuming at that because that was called and the other one wasn't.
Oh, yeah. You can almost hear him telling them now, call the forward pass, just not against us. As McKinnon, second tackle, shy of the 40. Less than 6 minutes to go. Keane back on the inside to Marks, who was halfway down the field when he caught that ball. Playing it to shy of the 40, third tackle. McKinnon, lovely game tonight from McKinnon. 42 metres out or so. Madus down the blind side to Arki. Gets around one, can't get around the second, but he does offload. And McKinnon will play it on the other side for 20 for their fifth. And the Tigers, a wealth of options, probably about to kick it high. And he does. But plays has it and is monstered, but is able to stay in the field. 4 minutes left, Luke. What do they need to do, or is it too much too late?
I guess you can never say die in the SRL. We know how dangerous kick returns can be, but 3 minutes to go, I think this one's a little bit too far for him.
And it's a real shame too, because the Rabbitohs, they were in this game, and it's I'm not. Oh, again, that's another error. It's the errors that have killed them. As Marks gets around and he's off and he is over.
And Marks will finally get a try after jumping for two and not being able to drown them.
And you would almost say that plays would have got him there if he wasn't so exhausted from all the defence he's had to do tonight.
Yeah, he's out on his feet there. He was beat for all money.
And Marks can chalk another one into his try-scoring list and can show his captain that if everything Barnes can do, Marks can also do. So we've got an excellent little backup fullback there in the Tigers, as it's about to be 42-24, 2.5 or so minutes left to play. And the Rabbitohs kicking, hopefully from their point of view, for the last time tonight, playing for not much more than pride, not much more than maybe get another little try over for their own for and against. But from the looks of things, by the end of this round, Tigers will be in pole position again for the Premiership.
Yeah, and this game wasn't decided till these final moments. This has been pretty much back and forth all game. The Tigers have just edged out in front towards the end of this game, and that's just the way it's gone.
The Rabbitohs can definitely hold their head high. They were not outclassed at all. It's just one of those things that happens, and unfortunately, if you give up that much ball possession, the other team is definitely going to capitalise on that, as the Tigers probably going to make it to their fifth tackle option. But the Rabbitohs, lovely run from there, Marks. The Rabbitohs will probably only have a kick return, and that's about it till the end of the game. As Keane works his way through. Murray trying to get there, scoring as a prop. Can't quite do it. Fifth tackle. Do the Tigers get one more? They do. Look at that. Barner's over just to rub salt in the wound.
Yeah, Barner's just run straight through that hole there. He handed off a one that would have been a try for him earlier, but he's picked up that one in the end.
And those of you out there who went for Musbet 3 can chalk one into your ledger. Hopefully that's not the first one this round for those of you playing at home. So depending on if he gets this or not, 48-24 is going to be our final score line for the match. And West Tigers, in the last 10 minutes or so, running away quite handily with that one, Luke.
Yeah, that scoreline doesn't do the Rabbits justice. Up to the 70th minute, they were definitely in this game. So don't be disheartened that you've coughed up almost 18 points in the last 10 minutes. You gave it to the Tigers for the 70 minutes. Yep.
And that list of stats basically shows you exactly why the Tigers ran home with it. Possession-wise, 57% to 43%. completions were woeful from both teams. Errors are the same, penalties the same, but those tackles, 189 to 160, you could tell the Rabbitohs were exhausted by the end there, Luke.
Yeah, and that extra bit of defensive work takes it out of you. But as you can see, it was a very even game. Line breaks are even. Missed tackles are pretty much about the same too. So both teams really gave it all for like that 70 minutes. The Tigers just at that back end of that 10 minutes just couldn't be stopped.
As we get onto some individual stats here from the Rabbitohs. No surprise there, Joey Kelly, 185 metres in a half position. So that just shows you, if you look down a bit, players could only run 76 metres, but he did 22 tackles, which is absolutely astonishing for a fullback.
Yeah, and that sells that whole. He was absolutely flabbergasted. He couldn't make those runs. 22 tackles at the back, nah.
Well, across the field with all their forwards, Downey 131, Bennett 112, 2 errors but 2 tries to make up for those errors. Dixon, Ford, all hitting 100 metres. Anything else in there you want to comment on, Luke?
Probably mainly. So your bench forwards in Stoda and Leondis did quite well. Sorry, not Leondis, was it?
Sora, I think.
Stora. So Stora, 26 run meters for 19 minutes. 1 line break, 7 tackles. So the bench forwards were really key. They did help out a lot when they come on too.
Yep. What you want from your bench forwards, you want someone on who doesn't leak points in those 7 tackles with no missed and that line break. That's exactly what you want from your props coming off the bench. As we move into the Tigers, McKinnon, 293 meters from a second rower is absolutely nuts. That's phenomenal work there.
That's insane.
Far outclassing his fullback at 214, but the rest of the Tigers, Thompson, Keller, Mataus, 155, 131, excellent work there from the halves and the hooker. James, 78 meters. It felt like he was running far more than that tonight, Luke.
Yeah, I was surprised it's only 78. He did have a lot. He seemed to have his hands on that ball a lot. But yeah, 30 tackles he made in that middle too. So very strong defensively. He had 1 line break and he scored those 2 tries. Cyrus Marks, 214 run meters. So missing Barnes, Marks has really put down and shown that, yeah, without Barnes, they're not in trouble.
And only 7 tackles compared to Justin Plays' 22. So yeah. Definitely. We also need to mention Nepo Bayu, who was called up tonight. 4 runs for 30 meters, 5 tackles, none missed. So again, that's what you want from a dev player, someone who could come in, fill a hole, not be a liability.
Yeah, that's it. And Ben O'Donnell, as we were talking about at halftime, he had 0 meters, 0 tackles, 0. He finished with 113 run meters in that second half. Yep,
excellent work there. And I think that's probably it from us tonight. So I've been AMAC, and in here it has been Luke. It's been an absolutely wonderful game. Stay tuned for our second match of the night, where hopefully it's just as much of a barnstormer.